Good day viewers, this is group 4 and now we will report corrective exercise for body posture. And now let's welcome Kimberly Nugid for the first report.
Thank you, Mr. Mendoza. And now, corrective exercise for body posture involves a combination of stretching, and movement. Exercise designed to improve alignment and support the spine. The importance of doing corrective exercise for postural problems is poor posture can cause pain, discomfort, and often poor bodily function. Corrective exercise combined with ergonomic adjustment and body mechanics training can improve posture, spine alignment, and joint function. This in turn reduces the likelihood of experiencing pain and improving overall range of motion. Sa madaling salita, kapag hindi mo inayos yung pag-exercise mo or yung corrective exercise na kailangan ng iyong katawan, ay makakaranas ka ng pain, discomfort, and often poor body function. Like kinabukasan sasakit yung katawan mo, yung kasukasuan. The importance of good posture and exercise. Dito pag-usapan natin kung ano ba yung kahalagahan ng mga good posture ng isang corrective. And good posture is about more than standing up straight. So you can look your best. It is important part of your long-term health, making sure that you hold your body the right way, whether you are moving or still, can prevent pain, injuries, and other health problems. And now, let's talk about types of corrective exercise of body posture. The first is plank. Plank is stretching the core, shoulder, and back. Start on your hand and knees, then extend your legs to form a straight line from head to heels, keeping your core engaged. Planks provide total body exercise. A plank is a compound movement that activates multiple muscle groups from a total body challenges, like arms, chest, shoulders, and abdominals, back, and lastly is legs. And now, the benefits of planks. With planks, you hold a push-up position for a brief period. And the exercise is more than just a trendy workout move. It's a muscle strength that makes a great addition to a body weight workout. Let's break benefits of plank. Sa planks naman ay may proper instruction or proper step by step. Step 1 is start on all your force with your wrist under your shoulder and your knees under your hips. Keep your back straight like this. Then step 2 is press your hands, curl your toes under and lift your knees as you step your feet back. In this push-up position, your hands and toes are the only things touching on the floor. Step 3 is squeeze your abdominals and glutes to engage your core. Try to keep your body in the straight line from your head to your heels, like straight. Step 4, hold the plank position for 15 seconds. You can work up to a 30 to 60 second hold as you get stronger.
Good day everyone. Today I will talk about the praying cactus exercise. So the praying cactus exercise is a stretching movement that focuses on opening the chest and relaxing the shoulders. It is called praying cactus because your arms look like a cactus shape when they are raised and bent at the elbows, and your hands come together like you are praying. So this exercise is important for the body because it helps improve posture, especially from too much sitting and cell phone use. And it is also opens the chest, reduces shoulder and neck tension, and improves shoulder mobility. It even helps us breathe better by giving more space to the lungs. So, athletes, students, and office workers can all benefit from this exercise. So, here's how to do it properly. First, stand up straight. Feet shoulder width apart, head looking forward. Second, lift your arms, bring your elbows out to the sides of your upper arms are level with your shoulders. Then 3, bend your elbows, make a 90-degree angle so your forearm point forward, palms face forward. Number 4, squeeze your shoulder blades. Gently pull the shoulder blades toward each other like pinching a small ball between them. Number 5, hold still, stay like that for 10 to 15 seconds, then breathe normally. Number 6, relax. Let your arms down and shake them a little. So, number 7, do it again. Repeat 8 to 10 times. So, just remember to keep your back straight, relax your shoulders, and do not force the stretch if it feels painful. So, in conclusion, the praying cactus exercise is a simple but very effective movement that helps our posture, relaxes our muscle, and improves our breathing. Thank you so much for listening. Next reporter.
Good day everyone. Today we'll talk about the glute bridge. Glute bridge are the way to improve your posture, strengthening your glutes with help to support your spine. This turn help improve your posture and the spine in the lower back and the hips. In addition, glute bridge strengthen out the hip flexor, your lower back with the stronger, and the glutes are the main muscle that support your lower back and the spine. When you do glute bridge daily, you're strengthening that can reduce in your lower back. How to do the glute bridge? First is slide on your back. Position yourself on the floor with the mat for comfort if you have. Next is place your feet. Bend your knees and place your feet on the floor about 8 to 8 inches. Next is set your arms. Lay your arms flat on the floor beside your body. Next is clip your hips until your body forms a straight line from shoulder to your knees. Next is squeeze and hold. Once you reach the top of the glute bridge, squeeze your glutes as tightly as possible and hold for a few seconds. Next is lower with control. Lower your hips back down to the ground and the control motion without release and tension in your abs and glutes. The benefits of the glute bridge. First is improved glute strength and activation. They are important for running, jumping, balance, and the support our back. If your glutes are stiff and strong, you will build better. Next is enhanced hip stability. Strong hips are important for balance and controlling the move or legs. Next is proper posture and the lower back health. Proper posture helps prevent back and the neck pain and makes it easier to maintain proper posture. Next is injury prevention. Strong hips and proper posture help prevent back, hip, and the neck injuries.
Good day everyone, I'm Naomi Raval. Right now I'm going to talk about wall angel corrective exercise. So what is wall angel? Wall angel is a simple but effective exercise para sa posture correction ng katawan natin. It uses the wall as guide para maitama ang alignment ng spine, shoulders at arms. This exercise helps improve shoulder at upper back mobility, lalo na sa part ng likod na tinatawag na thoracic spine. It also helps strengthen the upper back muscles para maiwasan ng slouching at pananakit ng balikat. Ang wall angel ay nakakatulong para tumayo tayo ng mas tuwid, mas relax ang muscles, at mas maganda ang overall body posture. Now, let's proceed to how to perform wall angel. We have 6 steps to perform wall angel. First, stand with your back against a wall, feet about 6 inches away, knees slightly bent. Second, position your body so that your tailbone, mid-back, and the back of your head are flat against the wall. Gently tuck your chin and engage your core to keep your lower back from arching. Third is, place your arms against the wall with your elbow bent at 90-degree angle, forming a W shape. Your elbow, wrist, and the back of your hands should be touching the wall. Fourth is, slowly slide your arms up the wall, keeping contact until they perform a Y shape overhead. Fifth, lower your arms back to the starting W position, maintaining contact with the wall throughout the movement. And lastly is repeat for 10 to 15 repetitions, focusing on keeping your back, shoulders, and arms against the wall and avoiding shrugging your shoulders. So let's proceed naman po sa benefits of wall angel for body posture. So we have 8 benefits of wall angel. First, posture correction. This helps us fix or improve our posture. Tipong kapag matagal tayong nakaupo sa harap ng computer or cellphone, our back tends to slouch or yumuyuko. So posture correction exercises helps our body stand straighter and look more confident. Nakakatulong ang posture correction para hindi sumakit ang likod at leeg natin. Next is chest opening. Chest opening exercises help stretch the muscles sa dibdib na usually nagiging tight dahil sa poor posture natin. Kapag lagi tayong nakayuko, our chest muscles become shortened. So, by opening the chest, we allow our lungs to expand better. So, the third one po is back and shoulder strengthening. This one focuses on making our back and shoulders stronger. Kapag malakas ang likod at balikat natin, it helps support our spine and posture. Ibig sabihin, mas kaya nating magtrabaho, magbuhat o gumawa ng daily activities without easily getting tired or injured. Fourth is shoulder mobility enhancement. It helps our shoulders move better and with a wider range of motion. Kapag may shoulder mobility tayo, mas madali ang pag-abot ng mga bagay or paggalaw. Hindi tayo masyadong naninigas at mas comfortable ang movement ng arms at shoulders. Fifth, neck and shoulder tension reduction. Ito naman ay para mabawasan ang paninigas o sakit sa leeg at balikat natin. Usually kapag matagal tayo naka-forward head position, like when looking at our phones, nagiging stiff ang muscles natin. These exercises help relax those areas and prevent discomfort. Number 6 is spinal alignment improvement. This means helping our spine stay in the correct position. Kapag maayos ang alignment ng spine natin, nababawasan ng pressure sa back at sa muscles. Nakakatulong ito para maiwasan ang scoliosis or back pain, para siyang pang-guide sa likod natin to stay straight and balanced. Second to the last, core stability promotion. Core stability means strengthening the muscles sa tiyan at lower back natin. Ang core ang foundation ng katawan natin. It helps us stay balanced and stable. So kapag strong ang core, mas maganda ang posture, mas matibay ang likod, at mas madali gumawa ng physical activities. Lastly is injury prevention. All this helps prevent injuries. Kapag tama ang posture at balance ang muscles, hindi agad napapagod or nasasaktan ng katawan natin. Nakakaiwas tayo sa back pain, shoulder strain, at iba pang posture-related problems. So that's all. Thank you for listening.
Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Micaela Moya, and my report is all about cobra pose. Cobra pose is known as Bhujangasana in Sanskrit. Is a fundamental back bending exercise in yoga that enhances spinal flexibility and strengthens the back. It involves lifting the upper body off the floor while laying on your stomach, resembling a cobra with its hood raised. Sa madaling salita, ang cobra pose daw ay isang kilala bilang isang pangunahing back bending exercise sa yoga na nagpapaganda ng ating spinal flexibility at nagpapalakas ng ating likod. And as you can see on the picture na unti-unti nang inaangat ng paitaas yung bahagi ng katawan niya mula sa sahig habang nakahiga ang kanyang katawan. Ay, tiyan pala na para bang kawig ng isang cobra na nakataas ang hood nito. Then, let's proceed to the details on how to execute the cobra pose. First is, lay face down on the floor with your legs extended back and your feet hip height apart. Place your hand flat on the floor under your shoulder, close to your chest. Sa madaling salita, humiga nang nakaharap sa sahig na nakabukas ang iyong mga paa sa likod. At ang iyong mga paa ay magkahiwalay dapat. Ilagay naman ang iyong mga kamay sa sahig sa ilalim ng iyong mga balikat malapit sa iyong dibdib. Next is keep your feet flat on the floor. Engage your legs, muscles, and press the front of your pelvis into the floor. Stretch your tailbone towards your head, heels to lengthen your lower back. Panatilihing patag ang iyong mga paa sa sahig, idikit ang iyong mga kalamnan sa binte, at idiin ang harap ng iyong pelvis sa sahig. Iunat ang iyong tailbone patungo sa iyong mga takong upang pahabain ang iyong babang likod. Next, inhale and lift your upper body off the floor using your back strength. Keep your elbow touching your body and avoid pressing too much into your hands to protect your lower back. Humiga at iangat ang iyong itaas na katawan mula sa sahig gamit ang iyong lakas sa likod. Panatiling hawakan ang iyong mga siko, ang iyong katawan at iwasan ang pagpindot ng labas sa iyong mga kamay upang protektahan ang iyong ibabang likod. Hold and pose for 10 to 60 seconds, breathing deeply and redirect your gaze forward or slightly upward. Ensure you're not overextending your lower back. Hawakan ang panatilihin ng pose sa loob ng 10 hanggang 60 segundo. Huminga ng malalim at idirekta ang iyong tingin pasulong o bahagyang pataas. Tiyakin na hindi mo masyadong pinahaba ang iyong ibabang likod. Slowly roll down, keeping your head back until and relax your shoulder and back. Dahan-dahan gumulong pababa na nakatalikod sa iyong ulo hanggang sa uli. I-relax ang iyong mga balikat at likod. The last part of my report is benefits of cobra pose. The first is straighten the spine, straighten the chest and abdomen. Next is open the chest, straighten the upper body, stimulate abdominal organs, improving digestion. The last one is may relieve lower back pain and reduce symptoms of depression. And
so, ako nga po pala si Benjo C. Monreal and na-assign po ako sa topic na chin track exercise. Ano nga ba ang chin track exercise? Ito ay isang napakadaling ehersisyo pero malaki ang naitulong para sa posture natin. Lalo na sa mga taong madalas nakayuko sa paggamit ng phone, laptop, or sa pag-online class. So marami pang iba. So, sa makakatulong ito para maiwasan ng neck pain at para mas maging align ang katawan natin. This slide is how to do it. Ganito ang tamang paraan ng pag-perform ng track chin. So, may paraan po siya kung paano siya gawin. Hindi lang po siya basta-basta gawa. Number 1 is umupo o tumayo ng diretso at siguraduhing relax ang balikat. Number 2, tumingin sa harap at panatiliing level o pantay ang chin. Pangatlo, iatras ng dahan-dahan ang ulo, diretso lang ang galaw. Hindi pataas, hindi rin po pababa. Para lang gumagawa ng double chin. Next step is i-hold ang position ng mga 5 seconds. Tapos relax. Ulitin ito ng 10 beses. Kung tama ang paggawa, mararamdaman mo ang slight stretch sa likod ng leg mo. Huwag sobra para hindi sumakit. Next is benefits. So, ang benefits ng track chin exercise ay maraming benepisyo nito. Number 1 is pinapaganda ang posture at spinal align. Nakakatulong ito para hindi mag-slouch. Number 2 is nakakabawas ng neck pain o tightness at muscle strain, lalo na kung madalas tayong nakaupo buong araw. Next is nakakatulong mabawasan ang headache na dulot ng neck tension. So mababawasan daw po yung sakit ng ulo kapag ginagawa po natin yun. So kapag madalas po natin na nararanasan na sumasakit ang ulo natin, so baka ay yung isa rin yung sa dahilan dahil sa neck tension. So mag-exercise po tayo, gawin po natin yun. Next is pagandahin, pinapaganda ang breath at mobility dahil mas nagiging open ang upper body. At panghuli po, nakakawala ng long-term neck injuries tulad ng neck na coma sa sobrang paggamit ng gadget. Kaya hindi simple lang ang exercise na ito. Malaking tulong siya para mapanatili ang healthy posture at maiwasan ang mga pananakit sa leg. So yun lang po. Next reporter.
Improve posture by strengthening the muscle between the shoulder blades, which can help elevate and prevent from the prolonged sitting. This exercise also enhances shoulder stability, function for everyday movements, and can help reduce strained shoulder joints, lowering the risk issues like rotator cuff problems. Benefits of shoulder blades: squeeze improve posture by strengthening the muscle. Exercise help the shoulders back and down, contracting a shoulder posture from activities like prolonged computer use. Reduce pain. It can help alleviated pain for shoulder, neck, and upper back, particularly for those who sit for long periods. Enhances shoulder stability. This exercise strengthens the muscle that keeps shoulder blades attached to the rib cage with its curricular overall shoulder. And upper limb stability during activities like pushing, pulling, and carrying. Lower risk of injury by reducing strain. Shoulder joints improve muscle balance. It can help decrease potential for injuries such as rotator cuff imbalances, shoulder impingement. Builds for foundation strength. Is a foundation exercise from beginning to strengthen the shoulder gill and in help individuals learn where their shoulder blades should sit for optimal movement. Basic seated or standing version, performing it weight resistance, band incorporating it into exercise like war angles. The core movement is always to squeeze the shoulder blades together and down while avoiding shrugging the shoulders. Basics exercises. Seated or standing. Sit or stand up straight with your arms at your side. Squeeze your shoulders blades down and back together. Hold few seconds and then relax. Repeat 8 to 12 times. Wall angles. Stand up with your back against a wall, arms bent at 90-degree angle with your forearms. On the wall, squeeze your shoulder blades together and slowly slide your arms at the wall, maintaining contact. Reaching toward the floor. Stand up a stand, bend in your knees and feet hip width apart with the palms. Facing forward, squeeze your shoulder blades together and reach your fingertips towards the floor. Return to the start and repeat, ensuring the shoulders stay and down. With resistance. Resistant band. Secure a resistant band in doorway. Stand at or sit facing the band. Hold the ends of the band and pull your shoulder blades straight back, squeezing them together without lifting your shoulder. Elbows bent. Sit with elbows bent at 90 degrees at your side. Squeeze your shoulder blades together while moving your elbow and shoulder backward. Then relax, return to the starting position. Sit or stand with your back straight, then gently pull your shoulder blades down together as to pinch something between them. Hold to the quiz for 5 to 10 seconds and then relax. Repeat for 8 to 12 repetitions. Step-by-step instructions. Start with good posture. Sit or stand up straight, making sure your ears, shoulder, and hips align. You can do this while seated in a chair with your feet flat on the floor. While standing with your arms relaxed at your side. Engage your core straightly. Shift your weight forward to avoid arching your back. Pull your shoulder blades together. Gently squeeze your shoulder blades down and back, as if trying to hold a pencil between them. Ensure your shoulder remain relaxed and do not shrug up towards your ears. Hold the quiz. Hold to the position for about 5 to 10 seconds. Relax slowly, release and squeeze, returning to your starting position. Perform 8 to 12 repetitions for each set.
The towel overhead stretch improves flexibility, posture, and shoulder health by stretching the chest, shoulder, and upper back muscles. This exercise helps alleviate neck and upper back tension, opens the chest to improve breathing, and can use as a warm-up or cool-down to enhance mobility and prevent injury. The benefits of the towel overhead stretch is improved posture, counteracts the effects of poor posture and sitting by stretching the chest and engaging the upper back muscles, and it increases flexibility and mobility. It enhances breathing and prepares for activity, and it will prevent injuries. The muscle involved in this exercise is the upper and lower trapezius and serratus anterior, deltoids, and rhomboids. To do this exercise, grab a towel, hold towel overhead with both hands wider than shoulder width. Gently pull towel apart while keeping shoulders down. Maintain tensions for 5 seconds, then return. Repeat 10 times. It focuses improved scapular upward rotation and shoulder mobility. Thank you.
The forward lunge is a cornerstone exercise for anyone seeking to build strength, enhance balance, and improve overall flexibility. As a dynamic movement, it not only sculpts the lower body but also engages the core, promoting stability and functional fitness. Primarily, the forward lunges target the quadriceps, hamstrings, and the gluteal muscle, making it a highly effective exercise for comprehensive lower body development. How to do the forward lunge. Number 1. Stand tall with your hip width apart and your hands on your hips or at your sides for balance. Number 2. Take a controlled step forward with your right foot. The step should be large enough that your knee does not go past with your toes when you lunge. Number 3. Bend both knees to lower into a lunge position. Your front knee should be at a 90-degree angle with the knee directly above your ankle. Your back knee should lower towards the ground but not touch it, forming a 90-degree angle as well. Number 4. Push back to the starting position by pressing through the heel of your front foot. Keep your core tight and chest lifted. Number 5. Step forward with your left leg and repeat the same movement. Number 6. Repeat performing 10 to 12 repetitions on each leg, alternating legs with each step and adjust reps based on your fitness level. Benefits of forward lunge. 1. Strengthens lower back muscle. Forward lunge work the quadricep, hamstring, glutes, and calves. Number 2. Improves balance stability. This unilateral movement requires balance and coordination, enhancing stability in daily activities and reducing the risk of falls. Next, enhanced hip flexibility. The stretch in the hip flexor during lunge improves range of motion, making everyday movement more fluid. Next, increases the functional fitness. Lunges mimic movement in sport and daily activities like walking, running, and climbing stairs, making these tasks easier and more efficient. Next, correct muscle imbalances. As a unilateral exercises, lunges help identify and correct muscle imbalances, strengthening weakness, and developing a more symmetrical body.
Good day everyone, I'm Ginalyn Montances. So, proceed naman tayo sa standing row. Ang standing row ay isang exercise na ginagawa ng nakatayo gamit ang kagamitan tulad ng cable, machine, o resistance band. So, kasama rin ito sa ating rear shoulders at biceps. Ito rin ay isang pulling exercise na nagpapabuti ng ating posture at lakas ng itaas ng ating katawan. So, proceed naman tayo sa how to perform a standing row. So, first is setup. Ang setup ay iangkla o ikabit ang cable o band sa ating itaas ng dibdib. And tumayo ng tuwid, magkalayo ang ating mga paa. And hawakan ang mga handle habang nakaunat ang braso pasulong at magkaharap ang ating palad. Second naman ay pull. Mag-exhale and hatakin ang mga handle ng diretso papunta sa ating ribcage. Then, panatilihing malapit ang ating siko sa ating katawan at pigain ang shoulder blade ng magkasama. So, third is return. Dahan-dahan nating iunat ang mga braso pasulong na may control habang pinapanatili ang tension sa band o cable. So naman tayo sa benefits of standing row. First is builds upper back strength. Ito ay sobrang effective sa pag-target ng ating muscles na kadalasang nanghihina, tulad ng ating likod at balikat, gitna at baba. And kapag malakas ang ating muscles, mas nagiging stable ang ating shoulder. Second is improved posture. Ito ang secret laban sa forward shoulder position and madalas makuha dahil sa pag-upo o paggamit ng computer. Then, tinutulungan din natin i-pull back ang shoulders at i-maintain ang straight alignment ng spine. Third is enhances core stability. Ito, ang core muscles ay kailangang i-engage ng gusto dahil para hindi tayo natutumba o mabend ang ating katawan habang tayo ay nagpupull. Then, nagiging mas stable ang ating midsection, which is good for everything. Fourth is functional strength. And ito ay galaw na parang paghila ng mabigat na bagay. And kaya mas nagagamit natin ito sa lakas ng nakukuha natin sa gym. Lastly is joint friendly. So, mas mabuti para sa ating lower back. And dahil hindi tayo nagbe-bend over or binabawasan ang ating stress at strain. Kaya mas safe ito para sa beginners o sa mga taong may back issues.
So we're tackle about the hip flexor stretch. A hip flexor stretch is an exercise na target ang group of muscles sa front ng ating hip. These muscles can become tight dahil sa activities like sitting for long periods. A common method is the kneeling long stretch. Dito, you kneel on one knee. Step the other foot forward and gently push your hips forward while keeping your back straight para feel ang stretch sa front ng back legs hip. So we proceed to how to do a kneeling hip flexor stretch. First, start in a long position. Kneel on your right knee and place your left foot flat on the floor in front of you. With your left knee bent at a 90-degree angle, then you can place a towel under your knee for comfort if needed. Then number 2, keep your back straight. Engage your core and keep your chest upright. For the number 3, push hips forward. Slowly shift your hips forward until you feel a stretch along the front of your right hip and upper thigh. For number 4, hold the stretch. Hold the stretch for 15 to 30 seconds. Then for the last is number 5, return to start. Step back to the starting position and repeat on the other side. And that's all. Thank you.